Hello, hello. It is Wednesday, January 13th, and this is your Async ELA lesson. We are starting our first big story for Unit 3. It's not actually a story, it's a text, a book, because it is a nonfiction text. So it's not really a story that has characters and a plot and a problem and a solution, because those are fiction stories. We're going to be starting to read some nonfiction things. Now, I want to remind you, a couple days ago, or no, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, you guys started reading. You did a shared reading with me yesterday, and we introduced our new unit. And our new unit is all about plants and animals growing and changing. And the essential question here is, why do living things change? Or remember what I said, it's also about how living things change, not just why living things change. So yesterday we read that text about the amazing butterfly. And you can see here we have another diagram on the beginning of this little theme page here that shows us that life cycle of the butterfly. Today we are going to read about another life cycle of a different animal. Okay, so it is called The Amazing Life Cycle of a Frog. And like I said before, this is a nonfiction text. So some of the things that we know, some of the features that we know a nonfiction text will have are photographs, pictures of real things. So you can see we've got photographs on this page. We've got pictures of frogs that definitely look like they're real. These don't look like they're cartoons. They look like real objects. And I also noticed over here at the end of this text is we have another one of those diagrams that we saw in the butterfly text from yesterday. And if you notice back on the beginning here, you can see that diagram here on the theme page, where they're showing us a cycle where it goes over and over again, and these little arrows are showing us where to go. We have little labels, we have number labels and word labels, okay? And you can see those arrows, and it's a picture, but it's more than just a picture. The picture is actually kind of teaching us a little something. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and, well, first of all, what do you think that you might be learning about in this text? It's kind of obvious, I think. It's not real hidden. That title gives us a big idea, but instead of just telling me about the life cycle of a frog, what do you think we might be learning about that? What is that life cycle of a frog going to be about? So if you're looking at these pictures, you're looking for those clues, and we're looking at our diagram here, I'm noticing that it looks like things are changing, right? So if we know that the title says The Amazing Life Cycle of a Frog, well, what do you think that that might be teaching us about? The life cycle is what? What is a life cycle? What are they going to be showing us about? I'm also noticing here I see pictures of different, these look kind of similar, but again, they look kind of different. So you notice how things are growing and changing, right? The frog is growing and changing from one stage of its life to another. So through its life, it goes through these changes, I think. All right, so I'm going to read this out loud nice and smoothly. I want you to pay attention to my periods and the raise and the lowering of my voice. Okay, but what I really want you to be focusing on as we read is what happens during the life cycle of a frog. How is the frog growing and changing throughout its life? Okay, so try to pick up on those major points. And I want to remind you to look for signal words, because many times in a nonfiction book especially, an author is going to use those signal or transition words to help you know that we're moving into the next part of something, okay? So pay attention to that and try to pay attention to the details. Try to remember one or two details about how a frog grows and changes. Sorry about that. I got interrupted again. Okay, so here we go. We are going to start our text here. Follow the pink arrow, everybody. Here we go. The amazing life cycle of a frog. First, a female frog lays thousands of tiny eggs in water. Inside each egg, a tadpole starts to grow. Then the tadpole hatches from the egg. It lives in the water and has a tail for swimming. It can breathe through gills, just like a fish. Next, a month later, the tadpole grows front and back legs. The tadpole's tail also starts to shrink. Inside the tadpole, lungs begin to grow. Is it a frog yet? It's getting close. It's a froglet. At last, the froglet is an adult frog. The tail is gone, the legs and lungs are fully grown, so the frog can live out of the water. The frog breathes air through its lungs. It uses its strong legs to leap after food. Every year, some female frogs lay eggs. What hatches? Tadpoles hatch. The new tadpoles will grow, change, and become adult frogs. The amazing life cycle goes on. The adult frogs will live for several years before they die. All right, so we learned a lot of information. I'm going to go back and read it one more time. And as I read it again, like I said before, I want you paying attention to the transition words. So I don't know if you caught them or not the first time I read through, but first was one transition word. The next paragraph started with then, and the next paragraph started with next, and at last was on the next page. And then this is kind of like a little summary at the end. So you can see that this is the last part of it. And I want you to think about how the information that you're being given is connecting to these images in the diagram. Because they're giving you this diagram for a reason, to help spark a memory, right? Or to help you memorize some of these facts. All right. And again, as we go through here and we're reading these words, I want you to take close look at all of these pictures and find the pictures that are matching the words that they're telling you. Okay? So here we go. Ready, begin. The amazing life cycle of a frog. First, a female frog lays thousands of tiny eggs in water. Inside each egg, a tadpole starts to grow. So I look down here and I'm thinking maybe this is the female frog. And maybe this is the water. And there's a reason why they're showing us this up close picture of all of these little spots down here. And you can see they're individual little eggs. Look at that. Those must be the eggs. All right, moving on. Then the tadpole hatches from the egg. It lives in the water and has a tail for swimming. It can breathe through gills, just like a fish. So I think about how fish breathe. Think about what a fish looks like and how they breathe, and they're called gills. Think about what those gills might be. So kind of connect yourself to a fish. If you've ever seen a fish swimming around, fish don't breathe outside, they breathe in the water. And then look at this close-up picture because they're showing you a little something here that connects to this paragraph right here. All right, moving on to the next. Next, a month later, the tadpole grows front and back legs. Look at that. See? The tadpole's tail also starts to shrink. See? Inside the tadpole, lungs begin to grow. Is it a frog yet? It's getting close. It's a froglet. So go down here and connect what you're seeing here with those words up there. What do they call this? Inside their growing lungs. Think about what we use our lungs for. All right, we have lungs. All right, here we go. At last, the froglet is an adult frog. The tail is gone. The legs and lungs are fully grown, so the frog can live out of the water. The lungs are fully grown, so the frog can live out of the water. Think about what you need, what you can do when you're out of the water. The frog breathes air through its lungs. It uses its strong legs to leap after food. Boy, lots of details. So think about what the frog is doing now. Every year, some female frogs lay eggs. What hatches? Tadpoles hatch. The new tadpoles will grow, change, and become adult frogs. The amazing life cycle goes on. The adult frogs will live for several years before they die. All right, so maybe to summarize what you just read, look at each of these pictures and try to remember some of the details. I remember here, they're telling us this is the first stage. It is the egg. And I remember that it's a female frog that lays the eggs. I also remember that she lays thousands of eggs. I remember that picture. There were so many of those little black dots in the water. Oh, and the eggs are in water. They're not on the ground. They're in water. So those were the details I remember. So now after the egg, when the egg hatches, the little tadpole comes out. So that must be that little tadpole in there growing. So the egg hatches and a tadpole comes out. The tadpole has a tail. That's something I remember. The tadpole can swim like a fish, and the tadpole has gills so they can breathe like a fish underwater. Ooh, interesting. Now, as we move over here to stage number 3, they're calling this that froglet stage. Oh, look at this. The tail is getting smaller, but look at the difference from here to here. Now the frog has arms and legs. The tail is getting smaller and disappearing, but they also, I remember, talked about something that was happening inside the body. He's starting to grow lungs. Remember, he had gills over here so he could breathe in the water like a fish. Now he is starting to grow lungs, but they're not all the way grown yet. Then after that, we move up here to the frog stage. Now this is when he can live out of the water. Frogs can also be in the water, but they can't be out of the water if they don't have lungs, and his lungs are fully grown. He has super strong legs. He can jump around to catch his food now. And his tail is completely gone. I remember that too. And now the adult frog can lay more eggs, right? It's a new adult frog, and now that frog can lay a lot of eggs too. All right, everybody, let's go back to the beginning here. And let's just talk a little bit about the author's purpose. It's kind of the big word. An author is the person who wrote the text, right? They wrote all the words. Now, a purpose is a reason why you do something. Now, when we read stories like The Princess and the Pea and The Gingerbread Man, what's the purpose when we read those stories? What is our purpose as the reader? Why is it that we read those stories? We read those stories to have a little bit of fun, right? To entertain ourselves, maybe to laugh or to giggle or to spend our time in a fun way. So the author, when they're writing those stories because they want to entertain you. They want to make you laugh, or they want to make you cry. They want to, make you enjoy the book. Now, this kind of text is a little bit different. And I only have 30 seconds here, and we're going to go to the second video. This text, the author is not really writing this to entertain us and let us have a lot of fun. The reason the author writes this is because they're trying to teach us information. They're trying to teach us something about the frog, right? So this has a completely different purpose than the stories have, Okay, that's the author's purpose, to give us information.